bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know.
Purdy to throw it on first down. He'll get this to his tight end, Latu.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the play.
Now those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, his Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Now Purdy.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive.
Purdy sets up to throw again.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it, and that will extend their lead even further.
So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity.
Penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Off play action, Tannehill steps away. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
They show run with 3 touchdowns.
And held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here.
He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys is being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
Now on first down, it's Purdy. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for the Niners. 48 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Purdy.
This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Purdy now to throw.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the 49ers just continue to roll.
Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Moody good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Yeah, that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Clelin Ferrell able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive.
What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas,
He's got a man, complete.
Big strides. Look at him go.
Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 84 yards.
And the Niners get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here.
Purdy will throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
A first down carry for Henry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he's going to get this inside the 30. First target, first catch, and a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Back to throw, Tannehill.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd and 2, Tannehill.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The 11-yard line.
Inside handoff, Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
Caleb shooting.
The left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And able to get this out to the 25. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here.
A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy.
And he will find his man, Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got a throw. Thank you, guys.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. With that last completion, CDs now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group More than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
Here's Purdy.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
First down, 49ers.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
A second down throw for Purdy. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
I got to think at this point, third quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that, because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Back now in Nashville. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Fielded at the 20.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive.
All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know that I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving touchdowns means he's been a variety of coverages throughout this game, because they're not just letting him run scot-free. They're trying their best to shut him down, and he's shredding them.
I got to be honest, I want to see 5. No, you want to see 5? I mean, we're not supposed to be biased, but
we're not rooting. Just in the interest of the game, let's go ahead and see 5.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Purdy. This caught by Latu, the tight end. Touchdown 49ers! Cameron Latu, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for two. Tried to roll out and make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there is really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and they end up getting sacked.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. That's Phillips.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And the Titans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard
Now it's Tannehill. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He gets away from one. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
Tannehill now to throw.
Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down.
For the Titans field goal, a 32-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Past midfield, look out. Ray McLeod. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, 49ers. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. They'll look to throw. And he fins him up. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests. but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
From the gun, here's Tannehill.
That is caught, and he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
That's good for a Tennessee Titan.
Let's go. Here's Tannehill. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Back to the air, Tannehill on second down. To the catch made by Hopkins. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Niners set to take over on offense. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10. This one caught by Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Purdy. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need,
it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 58 yards. And the Niners extend their lead yet again.
CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the 4th quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it was really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Here we go. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill under pressure again, and down he goes again. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. The 49ers offense making its way back out there.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game well decided a long time ago.
It's a gain of 35.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Play action. Now Purdy. A throw left sideline, falls incomplete. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that, because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
Looking for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Purdy on 4th down.
That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. On 1st down, it's Tannehill.
He'll complete this one to Okonkwo.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
That's good for the Titans. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
now Tannehill.
line.
And he lost the football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because Maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Following the fumble recovery, Purdy.
That's caught downfield by Kittle.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big
touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 32 yards. And the 49ers are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points.
An extra point try now for Moody.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Tannehill's throw pulled in by Hopkins.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 49ers 22-yard line.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
3rd and 3.
3rd down and 4.
To throw is Tannehill.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same. tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Purdy now on second down.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
And go for it here on fourth.
Here's Purdy.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. On first down, Tannehill. Looking left side, and has got him in. That's Henry. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. Here's Tannehill. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Tannehill. That's caught. Left side, it's Burks.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's fourth down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Look at the big fella go.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Tannehill now to throw. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick them off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Purdy bootlegging it.
And he will find his man, Samuel. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, 49ers.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will.
Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And the Titans are going to recover the football.
Onside kick is recovered by the Titans.
There you go, right here. Bring up.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's that's taken in by Okonkwo.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, They've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the 49ers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.